Valentine's Day.
Happy late Valentine. I look like I'm reporting from the Olympics with my
We do
headset on.
have news to report from the Olympics. But first I want to
What?
talk about Valentine's Day. Did you guys do anything special?
We really didn't. I was so jealous of like everybody that either one had childcare, two had no kids. Because we did it. What a great day. Like Valentine's hitting on a Saturday. Like
Yeah.
I don't think that's happened in like a decade.
Probably
So
not because of like leap years and things. No,
yeah.
it was a really good day. Let me think about what it was. Oh, well, we started out the day. We did have to go grocery shopping, which is not romantic,
Yeah.
but we had to get the stuff because I was making lobster mac and cheese.
Yum.
So
Yum,
there's
yum,
a
yum.
girl on TikTok. Her name is Taryn Elise. She lives
Ooh.
in Austin, Texas, and she has really been helping me with my cooking game. You should
Ooh.
give her a look, give her a follow. She's an excellent, excellent cook, and she makes these like really, really, really good recipes, but somehow makes them, and they're actually pretty expensive, but she somehow makes it seem not overwhelming.
Ooh, what's her name again?
So, Taryn Elise. I think there's
Taryn
three E's on the
Elise.
end. Like it's Taryn, Taryn, Elise, and then like two extra E's.
Love her.
And yeah, I've made quite a few of her recipes. It's been helping me get my 365 recipes going. No, really good. But she had this lobster mac and cheese. And it's crazy because that's just not something that I would have ever thought that I could make, you know?
I'm so proud
Like
of you for making. Yeah, no, that's like a big treat meal that my mother-in-law does. So that
that
is
sounds like
impressive.
a steakhouse dish.
It
You
does.
know, and it is, and it
It
is.
is.
I was like, I watched her make it. I was like, girl, I can make this. No problem. Yeah, she lives in Austin, Texas. So we went and got all the stuff for that. Thankfully, like we had steaks from my family, like when they butcher a cow, like they give us some meat. So we did have the
Oh,
steaks, which was a huge blessing.
that's so nice.
So we went and got the stuff that we needed for that, which was like we needed like all these like exotic cheeses. Like we needed Fontina and um I know Guerrero is not like super special, but we needed that. We needed some like expensive, elaborate cheeses that you
Right.
can't get just at like Aldi's, you know.
Right.
But shout out to Aldi. Their cheese selection is getting quite good.
Right.
Like when I did my Super Bowl charcuterie board, I got everything from Aldi. I didn't have to go anywhere else. So that
I
was
really don't know a lot about cheeses. I don't have a strong cheese game at all. I
you
need to
just
step
start
that up.
out, just go, go to Aldi and just like start experimenting because they do have a good selection. Like they don't have a massive selection, but they do have enough that you can make a good meat cheese tray and like
Right.
try it out. Um, but anyway, yeah, we needed some stuff that like I've never bought before, honestly. And I'd never bought lobster tail before. I thought lobster tail was like $1 million. It's not. It's $10 for two of them. So
Yeah, not bad.
delay. So we went and did that. Then we went to this place in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. It's called Classy Cactus. And we got there, and so what they do, they let you pick out, you can make like a pot, like a succulent pot, or you can make a turtle, or you can make these. This is what we made. It's a heart, and it's like double-sided with like plants.
So precious. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so they let you pick out 14 succulents. And then they give you like a mocktail and it's just in this like cutesy little place. And then they show you how to like put the succulents in and then you like pin them in. It's like an art project, but it's
Yeah.
double-sided. So like you can do one side and your partner can do the other, or we did them both sides together. Um, but yeah, so this is our heart,
That
double-sided
is
heart
so
succulent.
cute. What a cute craft couple idea.
Our new child. Yes, we have 14 new children. Which is good because some of our children haven't rebounded from our house being 34 degrees.
Which is valid. That's a valid reason to die,
Yeah,
in my
I
opinion.
know. They're like some of them are really struggling and
No.
I haven't thrown anybody out yet because I'm like,
Right.
maybe you can like but they're like on hospice.
Yeah. Maybe like a humidifier. I've been watching like a lot of plant moms and they like have humidifiers in their
Okay,
plant spaces and
maybe, girl,
sometimes
these babies are a
they're struggling.
couple of them. I don't know if they're gonna come back. But anyway, and then we came home and Luis made steaks. The steaks, he cooked the steaks, and I made the lobster mac and cheese, and it was great. And then we watched Love Is
Yeah.
Blind.
Wow, what? That is like the perfect date. I wish that was me yesterday.
It will be you. It will be
It
you
will be. It
someday.
it so will be. You know, we're just in
You're
the throes
in.
of parenthood.
You're in it. You're in like the deep end.
I'm so and I am sick again. I feel like every time we film, I'm sick.
Well, I don't know what is crawling around in my lungs right now, but something.
Yeah. I almost thought that it was strep, but I think it's just some like virus something.
No, that's exactly what I thought too. Sunday, okay, Friday night, Friday, maybe it is.
Maybe it is.
On Friday, my throat was so scratchy,
Yeah.
scratchy, not sore, scratchy.
That's what I kept
Like,
saying to Luke at the beginning of the week. I was like, and now it's all in my face. Like it's shifted from throat to face.
okay, maybe that's what's gonna happen to me. So Friday, I had a scratchy throat, but not a sore throat. But it was so weird because it was like so like dry and scratchy. It almost made me feel like I was gonna gag.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I was like, what is happening? Well, so I tried to go get all of this stuff that we needed for last night on Friday. So I went to the store I was at. I was literally at Kroger and I pumped my gas at the Kroger gas station because I have like Kroger points and you get some money off your gas and stuff. So I went and pumped my gas. I was going and then I parked and I was going to walk into Kroger and I shit my pants.
No.
Yeah.
Like a
Like,
shark?
yeah.
Okay. I hate
Yeah.
sharting. I've only
Yeah.
sharted once when I was pregnant. Hated it.
Yeah. And I was like, so I had like this like scratchy throat and then I sharted. But I was not going to go in the store like that. So I aborted that mission. I aborted.
You're
I was
like, you
like,
know what? We tried.
I said, you know what? No. So I aborted that mission and I just came home. I was like, I give up actually. So then Friday night, yeah, I was like laying, it was kind of like hard to sleep because my throat was dry, scratchy. I was like, what's going on?
Hmm.
And then Saturday, like that was gone, but then I started coughing and now my throat is not scratchy or sore, but I'm just like
Congested.
there's stuff in my chest and
I know, that's so annoying.
I keep like putting Vicks Vapor Rub on it and like trying and I keep like just drinking a ton of water because that's what you're supposed to do when you have like stuck mucus. You're just supposed to just
Yeah,
drink tons of water, try to thin it out, try to thin it out. And I don't know what it is.
I don't either. Yeah,
It's a random ailment.
it must be, 'cause and then it like, well, for me, like all very similar symptoms, and then the past 2 days, it's all shifted to my nose, to where
Oh, okay.
like this is like the first probably hour that I haven't worn
The thing.
strip on my nose because it was, and Luke got like a water neti pot,
Mhm.
which is so nice and like distilled water, and like that's been really helping, but. Oh, I hate that. I hate just the snot and the
Yeah. It's not in my face yet.
yeah,
It's still
mm-hmm.
just in my chest. So if
Chest.
it does go, does Sudafed help you? Do you do Sudafed? Are you a Sudafed girl?
I've never done Sudafed. I used to do a lot of Mucinex and then I think that like destroyed my
Okay.
immune system, so I like stopped and did like only vitamins when I was sick. And then recently, like the past 2 times I've been sick, I've done the Mucinex nasal spray when I
Okay.
like absolutely like cannot breathe out of my nose.
If it comes into my nose, I will do Sudafed. But there was
Sudafed.
a time yesterday, there was one point yesterday where I felt like it was going in my ears, but then that went away.
Yeah.
But I don't know, like what's wrong with us?
I don't know. I don't know if it's like a sinus infection. And it also doesn't help when everybody's like, oh, like, please be spring. But then when it's spring, then you also get this kind of thing too.
Allergies.
Yeah, you get like a
Allergies.
gnarly sinus infection, which I'm sure will be upon me next month.
Right. So yeah, like January we had like flu or
Flu,
something.
something, yeah.
And then this is not nearly as bad as that. Don't get me wrong.
No, no.
Like we're not, but it's just like the random symptoms like scratchy throat, then shitting my pants, then
Yeah.
chest cough. maybe an earache. I don't know. It's like a weird assortment of symptoms. I don't quite know what it is.
Yeah. And it's almost like you get to a point where it's just like I don't even like tell people I'm sick. I think it's just like, "Oh, hey, you sound like shit." It's like I'm just sick again.
I really hate, I honestly like really hate like little ailments like this that they're just like annoying, right?
Yes.
So, and are you on your period right now too?
Yes.
Okay,
Hmm.
so we're both on our period too. So it's like, okay, you're on your period, then you have like this, whatever this is. And it's like, okay, well, I don't feel so bad that I need to like lay in bed,
Yeah.
but I don't feel good enough to like,
Do a lot.
right. And
Yeah.
I hate that funk. Like,
Yeah.
it's not that, I mean, I don't ever want to be sick, but at least like when you're like sick,
Yeah.
you feel validated to like lay around.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
this is not enough to make me feel validated to like lay around, but
No. Especially on your period, because when you're on your period, your immune system's already kind of lower, but
probably,
you
yeah.
but your testosterone's like booming, so you do feel like this kind of like adrenaline of like I need to do something, or like I need to get this kind
Yeah,
of feeling out of me.
very
So
restless energy.
it's a weird combination of like not feeling good and then
Yeah.
also being on your period. Hey, also I'm solo parenting, so we might have to take a few breaks. Huh. Can I help you? Okay. He's convinced that we're going outside. He's like walking around in his Crocs, and I'm like, it's raining. We're
Oh
staying
yeah.
right here.
Well, and that's probably contributing also, just that it's
Yes.
like a rainy, gray day. And it's a Sunday, so it's like that
Sunday scaries.
we don't that well no, because there's no work tomorrow.
True.
It's President's Day tomorrow. Okay, so that
Change,
was our
change.
Valentine's Day. Okay, so yesterday Luis told me this, and I have not been keeping up with the Olympics. The only thing I know about the Olympics is that Lindsey Vonn crashed. Like that's all I know.
I did not know that. Oh my God, I have to watch the playbacks
She
of that.
went into it with a torn ACL. She knew her ACL was torn. She was like, I'm gonna ski anyway. And then she crashed, and then she's been having to have surgeries.
Fuck.
Yeah. So that was the
That.
only thing that I knew, but Luis gave me a new fun fact, which
Yes.
is that the Olympic Village had 10,000 condoms and they ran out of condoms in 72 hours.
I can't even.
And I said, I'm so happy that they're using protection.
Yeah, especially because
At
they're
least.
young, like career-driven people. Thank God they're
That's,
using protection.
I was blown away by the fact that there's been that much condom usage because
I'm here
trying to
about
get
it.
a man to wear a condom is like going to war.
Literally. Well,
Like,
these guys are like, I feel like very, for some reason, I feel, and I might be wrong, but I feel like Olympians are progressive, you know? Like, I
I
feel like they're
mean,
like, you know what? We support women's rights.
I just, I clearly never hooked up with an Olympian because every
Same.
time that I ever tried to get a guy to wear a condom, it was like you were asking them to cut their dick off.
Well, you're also from the Midwest, so it could have been that.
But I have been all over. I mean,
True, true, true,
I
true.
had
And
the
you
same,
experience that everywhere?
yes,
Oh
I
my
had the same
God.
problem in LA. I had the same problem in Texas. I had the same problem in Chicago. Like that, it was so hard to
That's
get them to
crazy.
do it.
I'm like, that's the only way for, I mean, if we're not married, like, that's the only way. Buddy, buckaroo.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, there were some times that I was
You're
like,
like, all right.
okay, but I tried to stick to it as much as I could, but
Right.
they literally act so
Like it's gonna hurt
crazy.
them or something. Like, are you okay? This is protecting you also from
Yeah, truly, like, do you
not
want to have
making
a
a
kid with
child.
me? No.
I'm protecting you and your future, sir.
Actually, really, though. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's get into it. Like this is the meat of our like
Yeah, speaking of
episode.
Midwest, we're in Ohio for Love is Blind.
Ohio for Love is Blind, like the whole state. And that was the first thing that intrigued me about this season because like Cleveland
Yeah.
is gonna have a very different vibe than Cincinnati.
Absolutely,
And it's
yeah.
far away. Like these people could be from far away from one another.
And they experienced that. Some of them
Yeah.
like broke off possible engagements because of that. They were
Yeah. I
like,
was like,
yeah, no.
wow, we're just going for the whole state.
There's a lot of things that I'm loving this season. I'm loving the break in the fourth wall. I'm loving that we're getting these moments. Like there was the one moment when the one lady just looked at the camera. Like, did you hear
Yes,
what
when
the
she was
fuck you
talking to
just
Kevin, she was like, "Are you guys here?" Yes, I love that too. Oh,
Yes.
I love that too. Okay, do you want to talk? Speaking of that, can we talk about Kevin first?
Yeah, let's get Kevin.
Yes. Kevin is a loser. A big fat loser.
Yeah.
0 out of 10 stars for Kevin from me. And
Hmm.
I was so scared. I was so scared that we were gonna see two qualified women fighting over a fucking loser.
Oh
And
my
that
God.
didn't happen. And I've never been so proud.
Same. I was so proud when she was like, well, you've been doing a lot of talking, but let me talk now. And I was just like, and even when, oh my God, that was just like this. I'm so happy that, like, every time I watch moments like this, I'm so happy that, like, younger people are watching this because that is girlhood. Like, that is a girl's girl. Like, when you see moments like that of a woman saying, you should have treated this person better, and I also deserve better, and neither
Yeah.
of us are going to be with you, like, that is girlhood right there.
Yes. Not being a pick me. And
Yes.
both of them are better off. I'm so happy that they didn't fight over him.
I feel like he
Okay.
was unemployed, question mark. Like, I was not getting like the fact that Brittany was that what was her name? I can't remember.
Kia, Kia and
Kia
Tyler were the
Tyler.
one. Kia and
Tyler was
Tyler
like
were
a
the
very
two
big
that,
corporate baddie and like was considering going to be with him. And I'm like, oh, he's a realtor. That's I remember it said under his name he was a realtor.
yeah,
Which still I'm like, I mean, if you're a
that could mean
realtor,
unemployed.
you're
That could
unemployed.
very well mean
I'm
unemployed.
sorry, like to me, if you work in sales, you are a risk. Like, you
Who's buying a house in Ohio these days?
literally.
Also,
And if they are, I mean, those commissions like
right.
cannot be great. No.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, so I was so relieved. But yeah, he did not do a single thing for me, and I
No.
was so scared that there were two women in so deep for him. And then I was utterly relieved with how it turned out.
Yeah. No, I was so glad. I was so grateful. And I kept doing the count and I was like, I'm pretty sure we have all of our couples. And then when Kia was like, no, I was like, oh, thank God. Because he was totally ready to propose to her.
For sure. For
And I
sure.
was
That's what
like,
he was about to do. But
fuck.
thank you, Kia, for not letting him get to that point because I didn't want to listen to that. I didn't want to see that.
No.
I did not
And
want
then
to.
he probably would have been like, yeah, and like I'm not really making any money right now or doing anything. Like I don't know. I don't feel like he was like they said perfectly. He's not ready to be a husband. He's not ready to be a family man, a provider. Like he has his own baggage that he needs to sort out before he's doing any of that. In
Yes.
all of our opinion, in all of the woman opinions.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Who do you want to talk about next?
I really want to talk about Alex and Ashley.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
at first I was like, I can't stand Alex. I was
Cannot.
fast forwarding him speaking to Ashley because I was getting really icked out. And then he goes and talks to Brittany. And I'm like, oh, you're not attracted to Ashley. And that's why you're being a fucking weirdo.
But we'll still fuck her
But we'll still,
as
but
we can
will,
see.
as we've talked about, a man does not need to like you
Don't
to
like
bang
her,
you.
not
Not
attracted to
attracted to
her,
her.
not the kind of person I'd pick, not my type physically, trying to see if the physical can match the emotional. Shut the fuck up.
But will not tell her. But
Right.
will not tell her. I'm like, oh,
Yes.
yes. Okay, so back to Alex, Ashley,
Yeah.
Brittany.
Yep.
Um, So also like I wish Ashley would have probed Alex a little bit more because instead of just being like, were the girls flirting with you? Like let's hold Alex a little bit more accountable and be like, are you are you into me? Are you attracted to me? I don't know, because I feel like she's not asking the real question that she wants to ask.
It
Not
may
that
be
she should.
hard. The thing is, it may be hard when you're in it. Um, it might be really hard for her to see that she needs to ask that because this man proposed to you. He chose you,
Right.
right? And then he is also allegedly, from what we've seen, banging the shit out of you. You know, he's like, he's touching you, he's giving you physical
Yeah.
touch, he's giving you affection. And then he's also on this weird shit like, I'm not nervous about anything ever. I'm so confident I can handle anything that ever happens
Yeah.
in the world. Like, it's no big deal. We can go to Florida, Puerto Rico, Spain. I don't know where we're gonna live. We'll just road trip till we find it, but I have no feelings about it. Weird.
Also, it's giving unemployed again. A man that does not care where you're going to live, you don't have a job, you don't have a W-2, you don't have an income. You're like, sure, you're
I know I can handle it. Like,
as long as you're paying for it and I'm not, then I don't have to worry about anything.
but that was the thing I was wondering more so, other than the thing that I wondered with them more than the attraction thing, because I don't wonder about the attraction thing. I know he's not attracted to her. He's said it as much. So
Yeah.
I don't wonder about that. What I wonder about is how he's saying, like, oh, we're just gonna like road trip until we find where we want to live. Does her job allow that flexibility?
Yeah, like
Like, does
what?
she want to, does her family live in Ohio? Does she want to leave her family and friends? Like, does she
Yeah.
want to do that? Because I'm only hearing that out of his mouth.
Yeah. Also, bro, you're a 34 pick of a semi-pro soccer team. Calm down, Ronaldo. Like, you're a has-been semi-pro soccer player. I'm so sorry that none of the girls had the balls to tell you that your career in soccer is over.
Yeah, for real. I
Oh,
could not stand him
fudge.
from, I could not stand him from the jump when even in the pods because he never shuts up.
No.
I hate a man. I hate a man that talks that much.
Yeah. Same. And they're the men that always like fall in love with you because you tell them how it is. You're like, that's like the people, guys that always like vibe towards me because I'm just like, shh, shh. Literally, like, please speak. The first thing I ever said to my ex-husband was, "You're so pretty when you don't talk." And I was 15. And
Please.
he's like, "I gotta marry that one."
You just they just don't have enough coherent thoughts to be speaking that much.
No, and it's not even like you're saying anything that of like it's almost like a salesman, you know? It's like you're not saying anything of value. You're
You're
just
not saying anything of
blabbering.
substance. He's not saying anything that helps. He's just talking to hear his own voice.
Hmm.
Yeah. And I don't like it. And I don't like him.
No, I don't like him either. And I do hope, like, for Brittany's sake, because I can see, like, you can see that there is, like, an attraction and a chemistry,
Yeah.
but I hope that Brittany avoids it. But I am proud of Brittany because Brittany's kind of doing what I wish Ashley would do. And Brittany's going to Devontae and saying, I don't think you're attracted to me. What's up? And then also being named Devontae and saying you've never dated a woman of color is fucking crazy. I'm just like, what do you mean? That's Ohio for you. That is
So,
Ohio.
right. So with Brittany, I don't think
Oh
that
God.
at this point, I could be wrong. Of course, we're only seeing what we're seeing. I
Hmm.
don't think that she necessarily knows that Alex never stops talking.
Oh yeah, no, she's only and also I will say when he spoke to Brittany, it was like a totally different person. He had like a different conversation with her. He wasn't doing that like, you know what you're doing, you know what you're doing with those eyes. He was like actually having a real conversation with her,
Yeah,
probably because he was attracted to her and he's like, I can just talk to this girl, you know.
yeah.
But I don't know, it was very odd because I was like, where is this man with his fiance? Like, why is he being this way with a stranger, you know?
Yeah, but I did think that it was very weird that he said, like, you've got something great and I don't want to mess that up. She does, Brittany does
Do you
not have
not?
something great. But Brittany doesn't have something great.
She
Like, she
doesn't.
has an ogre, like a sweaty ogre. Gross.
He's so like mid,
Oh.
and then to be like looking at her and she's so beautiful and so successful
Mhm.
and been like it's almost kind of crazy to watch both of these men be with like the opposite of what they're attracted to and both horrible ways of how they're handling it.
Yeah.
And it's just like so love is not really blind because you're both in these relationships where you're not like you just talk to these girls for a few weeks and then you're not physically attracted to them and you don't have the balls to just tell them
Hmm.
to just be like I'm not attracted to you, we should not get engaged, I want to stay on the show, so let's just keep doing what we have to do.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
really annoying, like
Because
ugh.
for women, it is so and you see this on the show. You see this a lot. Like it's not all the time. Okay, for example, Casey and Patrick, you did not see this occur. But sometimes, like for women, there is that part where it's like, oh, well, I love his personality so much. I'll give you an example. So I think with Amber and her, what's his name? What's his name? What's Amber's man's name?
Amber is with Jordan,
Okay, so
the
I
bear
think
in the
this is the
dock.
case with Amber and Jordan. I think that she
I'm listening.
isn't super duper physically attracted to him, especially like at the reveal. But I think that she is like able to kind of let things happen and see if that attraction grows based off of the way that he treats her.
Exactly.
And it
And she
is.
even
And you
says
can
like,
see that it is. Like when they're on the vacation, like you can see that she is more into him as they get closer, as like she realizes how nice it is to be treated so nicely.
yes.
Um, so that's an example of like what men won't do. Like men won't give it a chance to see if that physical attraction can grow. They're just like
Yes.
freaking out, like, oh my gosh, how do I get rid of this girl?
Yes, and how they immediately like touch on it too. How like Amber was like, yeah, he's like a bear, but like I'm kind of into that. Like I like that he's like, bigger and I like have the like hot bod. Like they just immediately say that. Like that is something that when women are like secure in themselves, can acknowledge whatever about their partner and not bash them and just be like, yeah,
Yeah, because
I'm
Brittany
into it.
at the reveal, Brittany was not into Devontae either, but she did touch
Exactly.
on it and she said, "Oh, well, we're all gonna get fat someday," or like,
Yes.
he's really sweaty. She didn't shy away from it, whereas like, yeah, the men like shy away from it and then they are just like looking and scrambling and thinking about how to dump this girl or sabotage the relationship.
And it's actually crazy too because we've seen where everybody said like 2 seasons ago, okay, we just need to age up the men 10 years so that we can get some emotionally mature men. We have, and they're the exact same. They're the exact same. The
Yeah.
37-year-old man is the exact same way as the 27-year-old man.
Yeah, that's not gonna work. It's not gonna do shit.
Aging up the men did nothing. Aging up the women absolutely did something. You have Now you
Yeah.
have financially secure women that will not like stand for these low budget men.
Yeah, you don't
Love
have
that.
aging up the women did change, like you're not having as many people getting married.
Yes. And you're seeing real successful women that have real boundaries
Yeah.
and have really set the bar for themselves and their future. And we love that.
Will will the infectious disease doctor will she keep that boundary? I hope she does.
Oh,
I hope
this
she does.
is
Jessica?
Chris and Jessica.
Yeah, I hope that she does not get married to him.
No, and something that I found, I could see how like younger women maybe would be like, "Oh, he's not that bad." But when he said that thing where like, "I want to like push you to do uncomfortable things and like challenge you," and it's like, well, she's an infectious disease doctor. Like,
Right.
she pushes herself to do uncomfortable things.
Yeah.
She was in a hospital all through COVID and survived and watched people. die. So I think she can push herself to do it. She doesn't need to do a cold plunge every morning to show that she
Yeah.
has a strong morale, you
I
know?
think that he wants a mother.
Yeah, he's giving like mommy feed me
He's giving
energy.
baby. Yeah. Yeah. And I hope that she doesn't go for that.
Yeah. And yeah, I and I oh, whenever I see women that are like so successful like that, I'm like, is there no like colleagues that are very also successful and beautiful that you want to date there
Mhm.
at your place of work? Like,
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I
but
don't
you,
know.
because they kept saying we would never find each other, and I'm like, and why is that a bad thing?
Yeah.
Why is that a bad thing?
And maybe
Sounds
you
like a
weren't
great thing.
maybe you weren't supposed to. Yeah, they're just they're giving mom and son and yeah. I
Yeah.
just
Oh, what about Connor and
I
Breezy?
can't stand her.
Breezy
Okay.
Steezy.
But I do Breezy Steezy. I can't stand her. I cannot.
She's such
She is
a
literally
bro.
crazy, actually. Crazy. Um, and then I do have some like insider scoop tea on Connor. So
I'm ready for that.
a girl that I know is friends with his current girlfriend. Yes.
Whoa.
Yeah, his current girlfriend, she's friends with her, like maybe they went to college together or something, I don't know. And so we know that that does not work out. But like, I mean, I feel like you could definitely tell even by the end of episode 6 that they're not going to work out.
Ugh.
But they're
Because
not
she's like in
getting,
love with Chris,
yeah.
and Chris is in love with Jessica. I'm like,
I don't think Chris is in love with Jessica.
actually, no, yeah,
I
that's
think Chris
valid.
wants Jessica's money and stability so that he
Yeah.
can fuck off and do whatever he wants.
Yeah,
That's what I think.
I agree with that.
Yeah, and he's not cute.
No,
And neither is Connor. Connor's not cute either.
no.
Um, so once again, I think the only man on this season for the second season in a row that I would ever go on a date with is Jordan. Same last season.
Wait, what about Vic and Christine? I really like Vic and Christine.
Vic and Christine are the couple that are gonna get married and make it. They're the boring couple. They're the
Yeah,
stable couple, you know.
stable couple.
They're the stable gonna get gonna get married, not gonna have any scandals, not gonna have any issues. Now, at
Yeah, love
first I
that.
thought they might have a little bit of a scandal because I thought that the reason that they didn't go to Cabo maybe because they had talked about having misdemeanors. And so I
Yes.
thought, oh, somebody has a felony and can't have a passport. But the explanation that they gave for why they couldn't go, I mean, if I'm production, I'm finding a way for them to go.
Yeah, because I Googled it and they said budget.
They said that, yeah, they can only accommodate having 6 couples go on the trip. And the reason
hmm
that they didn't have Vic and Christine go is because there was really no overlap. Like, neither one of them connected with anybody else.
Oh.
So it wasn't going to give them any like tea.
Oh, so they're like too stable to
They only
like
want you on the trip if you're going to be toxic
I'm so
or
dead.
have potential to be toxic.
It's actually so annoying because I feel like they're a couple that absolutely deserved that trip. Like,
But
but
I
I
mean,
hear
like,
production.
I don't know, they might, I think it could be either way. Like, yeah, I think that they definitely deserve to go. Like, just because that you're stable and like have a healthy connection, I, I would think with the last couple of years that the show has had, they would want to showcase something like that more.
Yeah, also like Vic has a job and he deserves a
He's a
vacation.
professor.
Like the
Yeah,
other men are on permanent vacation looking for sugar mommies. I feel like Vic deserves a
yeah.
vacation.
I do like Vic and Christine, but I think
Yeah.
that's just I think that's why you don't think about them as much because they're literally
Yes.
just like not toxic. But
Match
I
made for
mean, me and
sure.
Louise talk about this. It's like, yeah, like the boring couples are the ones who actually like make it. Because
Hmm.
yeah, because and that's how you want your relationship to not be full of drama.
Yeah. And honestly, like those couples that like throughout the years that have made it are what's keeping the threads, the micro threads of this show alive
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah. And the people that do make it are the ones who like didn't have other connections. It's like
Yeah.
yeah.
Hmm.
They're like, okay, well, I met you and that's what I wanted and that's what I did and that's it, you know?
Right.
So there's really no I wish they were on the trip so that we could get to know them better. And when I say boring, I don't think that they're boring as individuals at all. I'm just saying the their relationship seems like it's stable and seems like it's going to be stable. And so
Totally.
that's not good for television. But in this case, after last season, if I was doing production, I would want to showcase that. I would want to be like, hey, we have this couple who isn't having any problems and they love each other and they're having a great time.
Right. Well, and my favorite thing about the like secure couples is they make a really good soundboard for when the other couples are in crisis. So I think Vic and Christine could have been such good couples for like to like like to get their feedback because Vic seemed like that kind of guy in the pods.
Yeah,
He would have been such a good soundboard for some of these like dilemmas. Like I feel like he might have pushed Alex to go tell Ashley. You know,
yeah,
they're missing those moments of having some structure and stability so that we can
yeah,
actually get some resolution. Because if it's all toxic, then it's just like MTV or VH1, you know, we need
yeah.
some balance.
So if you were production and you, which I just think is absolute bullshit, oh, we can only bring six couples. Like, I'm pretty, from the looks of it, I think they rent out the whole resort. Like, I don't, do you
Yeah.
see anybody else there ever when they're on
Yeah.
the vacation? And how could they? Because the other guests would see filming going on and they would get suspicious. So I'm pretty sure you rent
Yeah.
out the whole resort. So what do you
Also,
mean?
Mexico's so affordable. That's the whole reason that like people travel to Mexico because
Yeah.
those resorts are all inclusive. They're usually like $1,000 for 7 days, food, drinks, everything. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah, so I'm not buying it. But if you
No.
were the one who had, let's just say that like you had to make that decision, okay, we had seven couples get engaged, we can only bring six. Who would you leave at home?
I would have left oh, that's so tough. Probably Jordan and Amber. Because they're another couple that I feel like they could have been fine to just be in California too. I don't feel like they really had any overlap. Like,
Not that I recall. They
yeah.
didn't.
And
But
they're not really contributing anything to the other couples either, aside from kind of being sounding bored-ish, you know, but they're so like into each other that they're very like,
I think they're good to have there. I think that they're good to have there though because she is an excellent example of okay, you saw her at the reveal, you could see that she wasn't like
yeah, like
into
they
it.
wanted to see
And
what she was gonna do next.
letting it leaning into it and being
Hmm.
like, let me see how I feel when this guy is treating me really well.
Right.
And I think probably another aspect of her attraction to Jordan growing is that she's seeing the bullshit that these other girls are experiencing and she's like,
Yeah.
well, I ain't going through none of that. So let me shave my man's back and like keep
Right.
him, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think they're important to have there. If I was choosing who not to bring, I think
Hmm.
Emma and whoever her
Hmm.
guy,
Mike.
they're clearly not going to work. Like he wants kids and
No.
she doesn't. But
Emma's also like so young-minded. Like she is giving like 22, even though I think she's like 27. Like
mhm,
she just has like a very, and that might be because of like her upbringing being like the youngest child. Like she's
yeah,
just giving very like sheltered college girl, like,
yeah.
you know. I
Yeah.
agree. I definitely agree with Emma and Mike. I guess they were trying to like see if anything would happen with like Emma and Connor, but
I don't
nothing
think
happened.
so. I
Nothing
don't think
happened.
anything's gonna happen.
No.
Definitely
No.
something will occur with Chris and Breezy.
Yeah.
they're gonna do something
They're
weird.
gonna be like, I think they're gonna be like texting or
They're gonna be
something.
doing something weird. Now, one
Hmm.
thing that, like, I've got to assume that Jessica is really intelligent because she's an infectious disease doctor, and those are like the most brilliant doctors. So I've got to assume she's smart, but she did say something that was not very smart at all. Like when she talked to Brittany and she was like, "Your man loves you." He clearly does not.
Yeah, that was
Why are you
crazy.
saying that?
Like, like, what are we missing to where you would even like say that to her?
Why would you say that? Why would you look another woman in the face and be like, "Your man loves you," and he probably doesn't even notice that he's ignoring you. What?
Yeah,
Girl?
I
That's not what
know.
I would have said to Brittany. I would have been like, yeah, he's ugly, you're hot, go get it.
Literally.
Like,
Pursue whoever else that you want to pursue.
do
Like,
whatever you want, you know?
it's also like so almost kind of like ironic that you're seeing Devonte, who's very mid, be like not into her at all. And then you're seeing I like to me, I'm not attracted to Alex, but he's like
Mm-mm.
conventionally attractive. And I know a lot of other girls will like see him as attractive. And you're seeing him look at her and be like, "Yang, yang, 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 yang." Like that's my type. Like I like her. Like and
Yeah.
you can like immediately like I don't know. Sometimes I'm like I did there was something that Brie did that I did really like when she was like, this is so weird. Like, we just spent all this time like connecting for like weeks, and now everybody's just like, let's do shots. Like, I would feel how she felt in that moment too. I'd be like, let's like sit down and like connect and like, and everybody's like, woo, let's party. Like, I understood her like disconnect in that moment, even though I
But
think it was more towards Chris than
right.
anyone else.
But yeah, I don't really see that though, because I don't think it's smart to do that, like smart to do a sit down debrief, because,
Right.
like, you chose this person, and so like I feel like now you don't have very much time, and I think you've really got to lean into that. I don't think
Right.
that there's like time to like,
That's valid. Yeah, that's true.
because, and it's mostly because of the timing.
It's like a rush. You are
It's a
like a
big
deadline.
rush. Like they're probably only on this trip for like a couple of days, and with it not being like a city, there probably is like a lot of logistics, like
Yeah.
where are we staying when we get back? Where, like all these
Hmm.
kinds of things. So yeah, I just don't feel like there's time for that. And I think that you said what you had to say in the
Yeah.
pods.
Yeah. He just didn't choose her, and I
You
think
didn't
she can't like
She
accept that.
can't get over that. She
Yeah.
can't get over that. But also I thought it was really mean when she said to Connor, like, there's people here that I've told things that I haven't told anybody else, and it's like not him. I'm
Yeah,
like,
I'm like,
girl,
wait,
what?
wait a minute. That's rude.
That's literally like mean, I think. I don't know. I don't like her.
No, she's definitely rude, for sure. That was probably the only thing that she said that I like resonated with. But other than that,
And I mean, like, I think that that's understandable. I I think, yeah, I mean, I think it's understandable, but I can also see how other people don't. Like if if I'm out if I'm out with, because not everybody had more than one connection, right? So
hmm.
like, um you know, you're gonna go off and debrief with your connection, but what if your person that you're engaged to didn't have another one? Are they just gonna like sit there? Or what, that's gonna cause feelings of insecurity. I mean, like, just for, I don't know. The way I think about it is like this is like, if I'm like out with my husband, but I see my ex-boyfriend, am I gonna sit down and talk to him? No,
No.
no.
Mm-mm.
And so that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, okay,
Yeah,
well, that's your ex. This is your husband.
the light agrees.
Why do you want to talk to your ex that much?
Yeah. Then maybe they shouldn't be an ex.
Yeah, if you want, yeah, exactly. That exactly. Like if you're like want, because I don't want to debrief with any of my exes at
No.
all, not even a little. So free, I don't know, but we know it. We have the inside scoop. It does not work out between them
No.
because
I loved that preview too when it was like get out. He locks the door behind her.
I think that you have to do something really bad as a girl for a boy to kick you out.
It has to be like something with what's his name, Chris. I feel like.
Because think about it, like when the boys do something bad, like Joey, he's leaving.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so for like the boy to like
Be
make
like, get
you
out.
leave, crazy.
I know. And also, like I will say Connor, he did a really good job at like speaking his feelings. When he was talking to her and he was like, usually I would hold this in and then I would lash
Yeah,
out. I really appreciated him like communicating his feelings to her in that moment.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, that was good.
absolutely. But
Hmm.
okay, yeah. Do you think that what's Emma's name? What's Emma's man's name?
Mike.
Mike. Okay, Emma and Mike, do you agree that they are not going to work out because he wants kids and she does not?
Yeah, I think that they should never have gotten
They
engaged.
should not have gotten
No.
engaged. If you want
Mm-mm.
kids, you should not get engaged to somebody who doesn't want kids. You should never try to change their mind. And if you're somebody who doesn't want kids and you're with somebody that wants kids, you should never try to change their mind on that.
No. I know people that have gotten married and have that view, and I'm just like,
That's
okay.
that's just in my opinion. I don't think that that's something that you should get married not knowing,
Agreeing on.
not
Hmm.
agreeing on solidly. Like,
I fully agree with you.
absolutely not. No,
Yeah.
that's
And be
something that you have to both be because I know it's going to come up in future episodes. I know that he's going to say like, well, you know, I don't want to do this, and then you resent me, and
hmm
because that is what could happen. Like if
yeah.
somebody is, if you're like 100% yes on having kids, and the other person is like, maybe, you know,
hmm
they're always gonna, that's what all of your fights are always going to come back to.
Right. And also, like, Emma is a really young 27. Maybe in 10 years, when she's like 37, she could
Right.
have kids. She
Right.
could be a totally different, like, but it seems like she needs to live life a lot more before getting to having kids. Because
Yeah.
I agree with what Mike said. Like, it seems like you have really good family values, you have really good, like, you know, sentimental things with your family, maybe you'd want to bring, but I don't think she's ready for that now. Maybe 2036, not 2026. Like she's
Yeah, and
not.
she's being honest and she's like,
Mm-hmm.
right now I don't. So I yeah, whenever somebody is honest with you like that, I do not think that the answer is to one, try to change their mind or two, assume they'll change their mind because I feel like that's what Mike is doing. I don't think he's trying to change her mind, but I think
Mm-hmm.
he's assuming that she's gonna change her mind when
Mm-hmm.
she sees what a great dad he would be or whenever that's not going to change anybody's mind. That is
Right.
not going to change anybody's mind. Like, I know that Luis would be a great dad.
Right.
I don't care. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
having his kid. I don't know what
Yeah.
to tell you. It
Mm-hmm.
does not change how you feel.
Right. And
Like,
like,
I
were
feel
you
like
both like hard nosed, or was he like, I don't care if we ever do or don't?
he never wanted to,
Mm-hmm.
but he was of the mindset of like if I got with a girl that really really wanted to,
Mm-hmm.
he was not like I don't I absolutely don't want a kid, period, end. He was
Right.
like, I don't think that I do, but if I met a girl and that she and I loved her and she really wanted it, we could talk about it.
Right. Which I feel like a lot of guys are because I don't know. I think when women are hard nosed, it's definitely different than when a man is like a no, no. Because women, your whole life changes. Men's life, they
Yeah.
do change, but they don't fully change. Like our whole like anatomy, like everything in our body changes. And then like our brain changes, like things
Yeah.
change, you know? It's a
Yeah.
big change.
Now, with it being Ohio,
Yeah.
he is like, oh, I really want a family. And you are seeing some guys that are like, oh, I really, really want kids. But I I don't feel like that's super common. Like, I don't think it's super duper common for the man to be the one that's like, I've got to have kids.
Yeah.
I know it
Mm-hmm.
happened. I know like it's there from time to time, and like Mike's a good example of it. But I don't think that that's super duper common. I think a lot of guys are like, I'll see what, I'll see what she wants to do.
Yeah. Yeah,
Because
no, I
the
agree.
woman is the one like carrying the baby, delivering the baby,
Hmm.
breastfeeding the baby, potentially taking time off of work
Yeah.
after having the baby. So I do think that in this day and age, I do think a lot of men are more like,
Open. Yeah. Hmm.
yeah.
No, I agree. Yeah, and I almost wonder if that was like a production thing, if they were like seeking out big like family values things, because a lot of the men being so like passionate. Like I think even Jordan said that. And Chris, they were like some of these guys are really like really want kids. And I
Yeah,
was just kind of like
Jordan, I don't think cares.
no. And Chris, I remember he was saying to Jessica was like some of these guys like they really want kids and he's like I don't really care.
Chris doesn't because he wants to be her kid.
He is the child.
He is her kid. He is her kid. I know
Chris is
Jessica.
so the kind of guy that like goes after like a female doctor. Like he really is. He's
Yes.
so like and I can see like that is a big why you have a disdain for him because he is so that guy that does that. He's
Yeah.
like, woman successful, I take everything from her.
So yeah, right now I do like Vic. I do like
Yes.
Jordan.
Yes, me too.
I do not like Chris. I do not like Alex.
Mm-hmm.
Mike, I don't care.
Yeah.
Connor, I also don't care. And who else is there?
I think
Oh, Devontae, no.
Devontae and Brittany,
No,
yeah.
hell no. Mm-mm.
Yeah. I think the only two that I see like saying yes at the altar is Vic and Christine and Jordan and Amber, but we did see a preview of there was a spat, there was an argument, so
Mhm.
I don't know what's gonna happen there. That was a little scary. But I feel like Vic and Christine, do you watch what's her name? I think she's like Story Time with Ricky. She does all the Love
When
is
you send me
Blind.
her stuff, yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
she did like a little like one of these couples will, and she did a lot of that, and she said one of these couples will get an annulment. So I've been trying to
Ooh.
look at like, because a lot of the ones she was like, one of these couples will think their partner is fat, one of these
That's
couples.
spicy.
I know
That's new.
an annulment's crazy. So I'm like, the only people that I could think would even care would be Vic and Christine, because annulment's usually like a religious thing, right?
I think.
I guess, but I don't know. So I guess we'll see. One of these
Girl,
couples is getting an annulment.
okay. Well, so we've watched the first 6 episodes, so the next episodes drop on the 18th, and I'm really excited to see them all back in their element. I
Yes.
don't really enjoy the pod episodes.
Yeah,
I like the reveals. I
I
like the
like the
reveals,
reveals.
and then after, that's where I
Yeah,
get
I
like,
like the reveals and when they all see each other, and then I like let's get to real life and
yeah,
like let's go girls.
let's see some fights.
Speaking of fights, we can get on to Real
Real
Housewives of
Housewives of
Beverly.
Beverly Hills. Okay, what do you think of everybody?
I am loving, well, I've always loved Rachel Zoe. So
Yeah,
I'm loving her and I'm loving her dynamic with Bose. I know you really like
I
Bose.
like those.
Yeah. So I'm really loving Rachel and Bose. I really don't like Amanda.
I like Amanda.
You do?
I like Amanda.
Okay,
I
tell
have
me what you
followed
like about Amanda.
I've followed Amanda for a long time on social media.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay. So maybe there's things I don't know.
I have her book. I have her book Rich as Fuck. And I mean, I just
Is there something that the audience is not getting, you think? Is there a level of depth that she's not receiving in the edits or something?
no. She's not very polished for sure.
Okay.
Like no, whenever you listen to her like podcasts or old recordings of old lives or stuff like there's always like tons of background noise. I mean, it's not good.
Okay.
Like not good quality. I can't speak for her courses. I would never take a course like that. I would never pay for a
Mm-hmm.
course like that. So I cannot speak to the courses. I can only speak to like watching her come up. And I mean, it seems to me, I think her come up seems genuine. Like she's from Oklahoma. Like how else, other than what she's saying happened, how else does one end up in Beverly Hills?
Oh yeah. I do not doubt her come up at all.
Yeah.
So you like appreciate her as like an entrepreneur, like
Yeah.
business level. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that
I
is
like
impressive.
I like that. I like that whenever somebody is doing something and nobody else can like figure out what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. I think that's winning.
Yeah.
Like when nobody, because I think the other ladies are like upset because they can't figure out how the fuck she got all this money
Yeah.
because they either had to like marry somebody for it or
Right.
grind for it.
Right.
And so I think that the issue with and I don't really love saying this because I do I like Bose. I like who else do I like? I like Rachel Zoe.
Mm-hmm.
Um I like um who else? I don't know.
There's
I think
Kyle, Dorinda,
Dorit is very
or
hot.
not Dorinda.
Dorit
Dorit.
is very
Mm-hmm.
hot, but
Dorit is very hot.
I don't know that I like her personality.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but so I just like I kind of hate saying this, but I think a big part of a big deal with them like not liking her is jealousy.
Mm.
She's young compared to them. Like these women are old.
Yeah, she is young. But I think there, I think what I don't like about her is just how she communicates. I do wish that she could kind of like, she talks a lot about like I'm ready to have the conversation whenever you are. And then they have the conversation and she's like, "You're doing this to me right now at this dinner table at
Yeah.
this night of the day of at 2, we should be doing this at 5." Like I can't stand when people like say they can handle confrontation and can't.
Oh, she can't handle confrontation. I don't
Yeah.
think so. I like Amanda. I don't know that I don't know that she's a good fit for the show.
Yeah.
I do think from some aspects, yes, because again, like on the show, we only have women that are rich via their husbands
Truth.
or that are rich via grinding it out like Bose.
Mm-hmm.
So those are the only group we don't have anybody really like outside of that. And she
No.
does fall outside of that, which I think is important to show people.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, you have more than two avenues to get here. Like if you're a teenage girl growing up in rural Oklahoma, you have more than two options of getting here if you want to.
Exactly. Yeah.
You don't have to marry a rich man. You don't have to like
Corporate grind.
work until you're corporate grind until you're 50.
Yeah.
Like there are other ways to get here. So I do like that. But as
I
far as like
agree.
the show is about confrontation and
Mm-hmm.
she is not good with confrontation.
Yeah.
And so I think if you don't want I mean, I for one, yeah, like if these are I understand where she's coming from. If these are people I'm supposed to be considered my friends,
Yeah.
why do I want to get to these dinner parties and fucking fight with them? I get
Literally.
that. Like I
Yeah.
also wouldn't want to do that. But
No.
that's what the show is about.
Literally, because it's like you have to know like the setting. Like obviously if you're not on camera, you're at a regular dinner party, you're not going to be having the kind of conversations that they're
Yeah.
having at like a friend dinner party. You
Right.
guys are just unless you guys have like a tumultuous, history,
Right. Right.
But yeah, she definitely has to like I think she has to remember that she is a cast member. She's got to kind of clock in. And I
Yeah.
think she has the capacity. I do wish that like she would kind of turn on that like rich as fuck. Like I want to see that. Like I want to see this like hustler money guru like I want that to show up. And then like what shows up is like I can tell that she goes home and like goes like talks to her husband about all this blah 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 blah, but
Yeah.
then comes and is like very poised and just like
Uh,
I'm disengaged, like I'm not, and I'm just like engaged, like come on, like get
yeah.
rowdy, you know?
Yeah. No, I also don't like what she did with Kyle's house. I don't like the renovations.
No, and also like don't like Kyle has one of the I don't agree with everything that Kyle does, but Kyle has like one of the coolest like aesthetics and styles of like one of the many housewives, and I'm just like, don't like come for her aesthetic. Like she's very cool. She's
Yeah.
very like timeless, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't like the renovations, but I mean, yeah, I respected that like she got rich and nobody's really quite sure how. I love that for her, honestly.
Yeah,
But I
I can
think there's a
respect that.
big jealousy component. She's 39 or 40. She's just getting married for the first time. She doesn't have any ex-husbands. She doesn't have any ex-baby daddies.
Right.
She's got a beautiful family,
Mm-hmm.
she's got four beautiful kids. I think that there is definitely a jealousy component there.
Right. Totally. I
Hmm.
could see that. I mean, yeah, because like a lot of Beverly Hills, almost everybody is separated or divorced aside from her.
Bose just got engaged, which I don't, but
Right.
her man, I don't know what I think about her man. I don't know.
He seems kind of like a Chris and Jessica. He
Yeah,
seems very happy to just be like a sugar baby,
yeah,
an
yeah,
old man sugar baby. Respectfully,
yeah.
Bose. I love you. I do
We
love you.
we love you and support your decisions, but yeah,
There is this really weird realm that happens with very successful women get very like desperate for men. And I'm trying to unpack that as like a student of life. Like what is that?
I don't
Like
think she is desperate though. I really don't.
but like when they first got together and she was so like so into him and he was so like mid,
What was
like
that? Was that last season?
yeah,
I'll have to watch. I didn't.
yeah.
I'll have to.
Okay. Yeah.
But
It's
last season
just
was her
like
first season on, right?
mhm,
Okay.
mhm.
Okay.
And it's just like every other facet of her life, she's so like the leader of her life. And I see this with like a lot of women, but then they like get in front of men and they become like baby, but not in like a baby like I don't know. I feel like men have to earn getting baby girl, you know?
For
I feel
sure.
like
I
it's
agree.
like an interview process.
Yeah. Yeah. And then here's another thing too. And this is not specific to Bose or Bunny XO,
Yeah.
but it's just something that I'm thinking about. Because Bunny XO has been really public about IVF. They're getting a surrogate. They're trying
Mm-hmm.
to have a baby. She's like gonna be 46. Bose, I think, is 49 or 50. And I don't know if they're still on the IVF journey or if they've stopped. I don't know. But like, how old is too old to have a baby?
Like also why? I don't understand the like why do you need a baby when you're like 50? You're gonna be 70 when they're like a teenager. Like
I'm just wondering
I
like
don't get it. I don't
what
know.
the thought what the thought is. And I again like I hope that Bunny and Jelly Roll, I hope they have their baby. I hope that's what
Hmm.
they want and I hope that they have it. And like if Bose wants to have a baby, I hope that she does too. But I just like, that's kind of
It's kind of
it
like the
seems
a
like
generational thing. Like they're both what, Gen X? Like
I don't
they
know.
they grew up with
Actually,
like
like, well,
boomer
let's look it
parents.
up. What generation is somebody? I don't know. It's just like I just wonder what the thought process there is of like not wanting to enjoy being an empty nester because you're like almost an empty nester.
I do not get it. And also like we're not gonna act like you're not gonna have so much help. You're gonna have nannies, night feeders. Like it is a lot of work to have a newborn. To have a child from 0 to 5 is a lot of work. Not even accounting for if they end up being special needs, which happens a lot with having children when you're older. I don't know, it's just like it's interesting. I don't understand the like obsession with needing to get pregnant when you're like 50 years old.
Well, I know that Bunny and Jelly Roll are definitely using a surrogate if they have the embryos, which I don't know. They probably I think I have a feeling that they probably have a surrogate pregnant now. I just feel like they do. And then
Hmm.
I don't know if Bose was trying to do it herself or if she was trying to have a surrogate. Do you know?
She was trying to do it herself,
Okay.
but the last episode, they basically said it's
It wasn't
not
gonna
gonna
work.
happen. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not gonna,
Yeah.
and that was really devastating for her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I don't. I don't want for people to have to like go through that grief of like not being able to work. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I do wonder at that kind of like place in your life, like you're like probably in you're probably in like perimenopause.
Yeah.
Like what is making you want a baby?
Well, and also she's like saying like her partner really wants a child and like is that going to be a deal breaker if you can't have a child? And it's to the point where it's like, well, he's like an older man too.
If it is, then
Like,
so be it, right? That's what I would think. It's like, if, well, if he wants this kid so bad and I can't have this kid, but that's not a good reason to have a kid because your partner wants a kid. That's not a good reason to have a kid.
and that's where I go back to why are these like uber duper successful women so like they still go back to the patriarchy. They still go back to the like, well, if he can't have a child with me, he's gonna go have a child with someone younger.
Hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah.
okay,
Let him do that.
as he should. He's gonna be grandpa with a baby. Like, I don't know.
I think I think Jelly Roll and Bunny, I feel like them wanting to have a baby, I think it's like they want to have a baby together because like
Mm-hmm.
his their daughter is not Bunny's
Mm-hmm.
biological daughter. So I think that they do want a baby together and I understand that. Like you have this like beautiful love and you want to have a baby.
Totally. I mean,
But
me and Luke definitely felt the same
yeah,
way.
like you
Like,
want to create a life, you want to do that. That's cool. That's amazing.
mm-hmm.
Um And you're right, like they're gonna have like a lot of help and stuff, but I'm just like I wonder for my own self too. Like it's just something I'm curious about for my own self is like I don't know, do people sometimes like stay steadfast in not wanting a kid and then they get to be 45 and they're like, "Oh no, I do want one?"
I mean, if you become 45 and tell me you're having a baby, I'm gonna laugh. I'm so sorry. I'll be like, have so much fun. I'm going on vacation with or without you.
I'm I'm not gonna do that. I
But I would support you, but I don't know. I don't I would love to like I hope maybe she talks about it more in her
yeah.
book.
Yeah.
I would love to like understand the mindset
Why you
and
didn't want
like
one when you're 35, but you want one when you're 46?
yeah, and I get it. Like we talk about this a lot where like in Hollywood and New York, like you're basically a teenager when you're in your mid 30s. So
Yeah.
maybe to them, they're like, we're mature.
But she's been
Like,
in Nashville for like 10 years.
right.
So I don't know. I mean, no shade. I just am curious.
Yeah, we just genuinely don't understand. We're students of life
We
trying
want
to
to
understand.
we want to know because I think that she's like a brilliant woman, an
Me too.
absolutely brilliant like a brilliant businesswoman, a loving, supportive partner.
Hmm.
Like I think she has done so much for Bailey. For I think that she's changed Bailey's life. I think Bailey has such a better life because of her. And yeah, I'm curious. I want to know.
Yeah, me too. I I am fascinated. Oh, to go back to Beverly Hills, I really need Kyle to like stand up when it comes to Mauricio.
She's not gonna.
It's also like that's another like patriarchy thing where like the whole like Hilton family obviously gets their money from men and like are just committed to never shit talking men or like the men that they've had children with. And I just find it so like, okay. Like, okay, Kyle, like let your friend shit on her ex-husband if she so pleases. Be his friend, but let her like talk.
Mhm.
I'm just like, I don't agree with everything that Dorit does, but I am grateful that Bose is now here entering the conversation because Garcelle would like enable, like she would have enabled Kyle.
Yeah.
But I appreciate like Bose is like, yeah, screw him and screw Mauricio too.
I mean, if you're not gonna be, it's like shit or get off the pot. If you're not gonna move back in with each other and be married, get divorced.
Yeah. Well, it's probably
Okay.
because they truly can't, when it comes to Mo and Kyle, they probably truly cannot figure out how to divide the assets in a fair way. They'll probably never get divorced, honestly.
Well,
because she's probably due so much money, but she comes from such a wealthy family, and he's probably like, I'm not letting your lawyer Hilton family touch my business, so we can just stay married and you can watch me hook up with young blondes for the rest of my life.
watch her
That's
hook
what
up
I
with
can
women too.
guarantee is probably happening behind the
And
scenes.
he can watch her hook up with women too. Because
Exactly.
she is.
Exactly.
Like the get out of here with the like confessional outfit. She's wearing a tie. Like that is
Dude, I want that tie with the brooches on
giving
it. I'm
mommy.
like, yeah, I'm like, give me that outfit. I want that to be like my first day of work outfit. Get me the whole thing.
Okay. Another Kyle
Mm.
that this one I absolutely can't stand. Summer House. I've watched 2 episodes of
Oh,
Summer House.
Kyle
I just
could.
jumped in on season 10 like I knew what I was doing.
I did that like 2 seasons ago, and I think it's great because I saw somebody comment like, "Oh, you don't have to watch this." Like somebody from Vanderpump, and they always cross over, but they were like, "Yeah, you don't have to watch our show from the beginning. Just like jump in whenever." And when they said that, I think I jumped in at like season 8, when Lindsay and Carl were getting separated, and that was a
Were
wild
they
ride.
married?
They were engaged, and they broke it off like a month before the altar
Okay. Okay.
and it was rowdy. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
And they were like besties for years, which I've learned from starting the rewatch, but there's so much lore about Summer House.
Yeah.
It's
So
very
what do you think
Vanderpump.
about Amanda and Kyle? Who do you think's in the, do you think that one of them is in the wrong, both of them in the wrong, or nobody in the wrong?
Well, from starting, okay, so when I first restarted to season 1, episode 1, Amanda's introduced as a ex-girlfriend. She dated Kyle like in the city through the fall. And then it gets to summer and he's like I always do this summer house with my friends, so I'm gonna break up. And but then every like weekend he's calling her like, hey, like, 'cause she had a house. And it was, I guess it's Montauk. They used to say that all the time in season 1, but then they stopped. But she also had a house in Montauk, and then she was going over there every weekend. And Amanda then versus now is two totally different girls. Amanda then was 24, and
Hmm.
she's just like super young, super like playful, so in love with Kyle, like,
Yeah.
and then they like never fight, never argue. They're super fun and goofy and silly.
How
And
old is
then
he when they get together?
34.
So they're 24 and 34.
Mm-hmm.
And
They're
now
like exactly 10 years apart.
okay. And now
And
she's
both and
34 and
both
44.
Leos. Mm-hmm.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then season 2, it's the first time that like they aren't even living together in the city at this point. They've been dating for a year, living separately, just hanging out on the like in each other's apartments, and then they go to the summer house together. And this is the first time, like probably week 2 is the first time they've ever had an argument is at Summer House. They're like, we never argue. This is not us. Like, we never do this. And it's the same thing that's been happening of him getting super drunk, staying out super late, her just wanting to have a drink or two and then just be done, you know? They've been like, it seems like Kyle has wanted Amanda season 1 their whole relationship. And so I think it's both of them, honestly. I think that they had to go through this. I think that like Amanda was super duper duper in love with Kyle all the way up until maybe their first or second year of marriage.
Okay.
But now, I mean, she's so checked out. It's so
Oh,
like she's
yeah.
so checked out. I mean, her like, but you should also like while watching 10, watch 1
Okay.
because it is like it's shocking to see the difference in how in love Amanda is with Kyle.
Okay.
Yeah, she's like swoons for a long time too. Like even when I was watching in episode what or season 8, I guess when I started, very in love. But then it's like she gets medicated, she's seeing the patterns, she becomes really great friends with Paige and Sierra. They're both very independently successful. And also they're like, Amanda, you're like a really freaking cool girl. You're super talented. She's a graphic designer. She's also really into fashion. That was when she was like starting her bathing suit line.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'd say it's both of them. I'd say they
I
had
gotta
to,
check it out more. I gotta check it
yeah.
out.
But what do you think from just watching
Well, I do
what
think,
you've watched?
okay, so I think that what he's doing is wrong and annoying. Like
He's
going
very
just like
annoying.
starting out a DJ career, just being out all night when you're married, partying all the time when you're married, especially like it would be a different scenario if she was like, yeah, I want to come to your shows, I want to rave. That would be a different thing. If you
Right.
both want it, I think it would be fine.
Mm-mm.
But the fact that she doesn't want it and he does and he just goes on with it anyway, I think is not good. It's weird. It's wrong and it's annoying. But then for her, I do think that she is not fault free because she is literally so checked out. And like, you should have ended it before it got to this. Like,
Mm-hmm.
she
Mm-hmm.
does not care about that man. He could drop dead and she would not have a shred of emotion.
It's hard.
And
It's hard to watch this season because she, even when he was like, "Where are you going out?" I was
it's
like,
so hard to watch people be like that.
"Yeah,
It's
it's hard to
really
watch."
uncomfortable. And
Mm-hmm.
I can't even, like, I'm uncomfortable. I can't imagine how the other people in the house feel. It's so uncomfy.
Yeah.
So I have to say, like, I think that she should have ended it sooner.
Yeah. And you know what's so interesting is they're both Leos and I'm also a Leo, and I don't know what that is because I am the
Mm.
same way. Like for whatever reason, I don't know why it's easier to stay and be like that versus I think leaving and starting something new is so uncomfortable. Change can be so uncomfortable for some people, and maybe specifically Leos. I don't know why they'd rather be like that than like go, just like break up, you know? Because I've been like that too in past relationships. Like
Mhm.
so many people in my previous marriage were like, why didn't you leave? And I didn't feel like I had a choice. Like, so I wonder if like maybe that's where they are because they're both Leos. So they're both just like relentlessly, I'm finding it, you know? Like, I'm
Yeah.
fine, I'm fine. I don't know. It's just like, and I bet, like I said this in my rewatch series, like I can imagine them hooking up next summer when they're like completely divorced and
Well,
separated.
hooking up is fine. I
Yeah,
mean, that's different than like just living a miserable life with someone. They're both miserable.
they're both miserable. Oh my God, they're miserable.
Yeah.
Can I
So
help you?
that's that. But yeah, I need to get back to I need to rewatch. I need to get back to season one and see like what this is all about. But I am enjoying season 10.
It's a great show. I started it late, but I'm glad that I did because it is like it's very chill, like and
Mhm.
just like fun. It reminds me of Vanderpump because it's like a real friend group and you're watching like real, I enjoy that when it's like
Yeah.
real dynamics that you're watching and you learn a lot more about the history. Like Lindsay and Kyle have been like best friends for like 20 years. So there's like
Oh,
a lot of, and like Carl was like the new guy. He
there's a
came
lot of
in.
lore.
There's so much lore, like, oh my gosh. And there's also like characters that were like best friends of them that came on for like a season or two, and they play like a lot of different dynamics, so it
Okay.
is it is interesting.
Well, yeah, I think I'm gonna get into it, but interesting stuff.
Interesting
Interesting
stuff.
stuff.
I think we hit all of our
We hit
points.
all of our
We
points.
did. And there will be some moments when you guys are looking at a chair, but you know what? We did our best.
That's mom life. That's
Mom
mom life,
life.
baby. Okay. Peace out.
All right. Love you guys. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Give us a kiss.
Retweet.
Retweet.